Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures education and trading program. We're here Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, bringing you this live educational service as an educational arm of American Dream Trading, and we invite you to join in with us every day. Again, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4. Uh, for those of you who are here for the first time, if you would please click like, share, and your subscribe and your notify button so that you never miss a single episode. These are also available for replay after the fact. Once the broadcasts are done, you can always go back on our YouTube channel or any of our other major social networks to see the replays. And we're welcome that you could be here today. My name is Mark McSee. I'm one of the training moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com, um, which was founded by Chad Christensen, who has over 33 years of experience in the markets. We affectionately call him Coach because that's what he does. He teaches us and coaches us on how to make a living day trading, long term trading, swing trading, retirement trading. He teaches us how to trade and make a good living out of doing it. Um, we're not a call out group. We don't call out XYZ Corporation, buy it now, XYZ Corporation, sell it now. We don't do that kind of thing. He actually teaches us and educates us on how to trade in any of the markets, whether it's day trading, like I say, or swing trading, or even for retirement long term holdings. You name it, he teaches on it. We do have different membership levels available. We also have a free Discord that you can join by going to our website at AmericanDreamTrading.com. That's AmericanDreamTrading.com. You can go there right now, type that into your web browser, go to our website at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down, you'll see you can sign up for our free Discord. By doing so, that gets you instant access into our lounges where you can chat along with other members in our group, gives you free access to some of our training videos, training documents, get you access to our onboarding classes to learn how to get around in our Discord, how things work. Also get you instant access to some of the discounts that's available, such as what you see on your screen here would be TradingView. Um, and how to get some free stocks when you sign up for Webull, etc. So there's a lot of stuff in there for free. All you got to do is go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, sign up for a free Discord that'll get you also instant access to all that. So one of the benefits of membership is that they get to see my screen live. You see it on your thing, but there's a delay between me saying what I'm saying and the transmittal of it to, TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, all the socials that we are on. They get live instant access to that. They also have, which nobody out there does, they can ask a question just by opening up their microphone at any time and saying, "Hey, Mark," or "Hey, Coach, um, what about this?" or "What about that?" or "How do I do this? I don't understand that. Can you explain it?" And we do our best to try to teach you how to fish instead of just taking you fishing, right? It's the old adage, take a person fishing, you feed them for a day, train them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. And that's the goal here at American Dream Trading, is to do that. So we also have a lot of different memberships packages for every budget. Of course, with every membership level comes certain privileges, but we do have our base one. It's what we call the premium level. So let me play a little quick, little 5-minute infomercial here for you. It kind of gives you a rundown of all the things as Coach presents this. It'll save my voice, and also it's a pretty nice little thing here. So let me play this for you here. It's only about 5 minutes. Take a look, see, listen.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to americandreamtrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center. So any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get. You can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to americandreamtrading.com.
And there you go. That's a nice little overview of a lot of the services and membership levels that we have. Again, go to americandreamtrading.com. Uh, Again, my name is Mark McSee. I am one of the training moderators here at American Dream Trading. This live feed is for educational purposes only. Neither I or anyone else associated with American Dream Trading is a licensed financial advisor and will never be able to give you financial, investment, or tax advice. So everything that you see and hear here today, anything I say, is for educational purposes only. One of the things we want you to do, for those of you who are just starting out, we want you to trade with what we call paper trading. It's not real money. It's a simulated account. We never want you to use real money while you're learning a new skill because this is a skill. It has to be learned. It doesn't happen instantaneously. There's not an ABC 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden you're a multimillionaire. It doesn't work that way, folks. It's a skill, much like learning to play guitar. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes pain. You got to build calluses. You got to build a mental fortitude to hang into the trades when you need to and learn when to get out when you need to. So there's a lot involved. This is not a get rich quick kind of scheme thing. This is a skill that once you learn it, though, nobody can take it away from you. There's a lot of people out there on the internets that purport to, oh, we'll make you a successful trader. Here's our call outs. Buy this corporation and buy it now. Okay, now sell it now. Well, they call them call out groups. Do they work? Once in a while, right? But all they're doing is telling you what to do, right? Nobody likes being told what to do. You need to learn the skill on your own so you can make your own decisions. What if the guy you're listening to is wrong, right? Tells you to buy this one and it goes against you. That's one of the things a coach does, and that's what we strive to do here at American Dream Trading is to teach you how to acquire those skills so that you can make a best educational decision on when to enter trades, when to exit trades, one things to look for that will possibly cost you money if you're not careful. So education's the key, and that's our main goal here is to educate you so that you can become a successful trader. Because the statistics aren't very good though. 95% of all day traders fail within the first 1 to 2 years. That's a proven statistic. And one of the biggest reasons is for that is because most of those people are trading in a vacuum and they don't have a mentor that they can talk to at any time for help or and advice. And so we provide all that for you. There's somebody, quite honestly, in our Discord, there's usually somebody available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even yesterday on Christmas, we were in there answering questions. I know I answered a few questions. The other moderators were in there from time to time answering questions. Other members were even helping. So we got a really nice community here. People come here for the education, but they end up staying for the community. We're a tight knit group, and we get along pretty good with each other. And we get excited when people have successes, and we share in the sorrows when they don't. Right? It's not always green days every day, but we try to do is educate you so that you can reduce your red days that you have. Our main one of our main saying here is train more, trade less. If you come in here thinking that you're going to be able to throw money at something and start trading things, well, I got news for you. You're going to end up being broken within 30 days. You're going to blow up your account. So that's why we want you to train more, trade less. Okay. And we use that. We use a paper trading account, a simulated account. All your brokers offer them. It doesn't matter which broker you use. One of the main ones we use here at American Dream Trading for training purposes and real life training is Weeble. But you're feel free to use whatever you want. This is my Weeble screen here that I used here to, let me get the screen here. No, I moved it, didn't I? Let me slide this over here. Um, so here's my Weeble screen. This is what I use to trade with. Okay. You can use any broker you want. A lot of people use Weeble. It's free to download. All you got to do is fund your account just like any other broker, right? We have a lot of members also use TOS. So it doesn't matter. You feel free to use whatever one you want. You just need to master using the software, getting in and out of trades. So without that, then you're just setting yourself up to fail. So what you see on my screen here is actually this trading view. It's just a charting software, and you can trade within in it also. Its main design is for charting. It's a beautiful program. It does all kind. It does so many things you never probably learn them all. Very nice. Very can be very in depth, but it's very intuitive to use. Also, it's pretty easy. I love it. I like the visuals of it, the colors, and you can customize it however you like. So, but feel free to use whatever broker you want. We don't require any brokerage, certain broker to trade with us because we don't. You're doing your own trading. We're not trading for you. Neither should you mimic anything you see on here today, right? Never mimic mine or any other moderator or coach's trades. Number one, there's a delay between when I click my button and when you see it, right? Just because of the internet. Feel free to use whatever you want. Just make sure you learn how to do it. Um, and we do provide support mainly for Weeble as far as how to get in and out of trades. We teach you the mechanics and stuff of that also. Plus, we have trading videos on it. And we also have, like I say, have a lot of members that use TOS also. That's probably the two biggest, but you can do whatever you want. Anyway, head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com, sign up for a free Discord, and get those free access to all those educational materials that's there for you. By the way, we do have a special going on for Christmas right now. I'll call it a twofer. It's not the official term, but you could buy any two lifetime memberships. And Coach went over the different membership levels in that little infomercial I just showed you. You can buy any two of those for the price of one, and not only that, it also has a discount. So for 7,500 one-time fee, you can buy two different lifetime memberships. Now, of course, they're all available. You can do it on a monthly basis, quarterly, 6 months, however you like to do it. We also have the VIP, the VIP Gold. Buy a VIP for pay for 6 months up front. We'll give you 6 months free of the Gold plan. The Gold is the top level plan basically, and provides you pretty much full access to everything, other than a few of the a la carte things. What's near and dear to my heart is what I'm doing here. It's the futures membership. We ran a Christmas special last week on that, and if you didn't get in it, sorry that you missed it. But you can join the futures membership for $250 a month or $2,500 for the year. So, and then we also have you can do it 6 months, however you like, but monthly is $250. And with that, you get Coach's 2-point indicators. So it's like he said in the video. That's what you see on my screen. Goes into Trading View. We don't own Trading View. It's an independent program. Okay. You have to, it's a subscription based thing. It's about $12, $15 a month, depending on how you pay for it and what plans you get. Again, they have a base plan, which is really all you need to use Coach's Indicator is the least expensive one. I happen to have the most expensive one because it has a lot more features that I like in it. So, but again, personal preferences. You don't need to spend all that money to do what you need to do. It's just a personal thing. So, anyway, one of the nice things we allow you to do here is add on all your social networks that you're logged in with watching this right now. If you have a question at any time, you can type it into your chat box and we'll do our best to try to answer that question for you. Um, and we welcome everybody that's here today. We're glad you could join us. So let me get this here out of the way. It's good to see Mir over there on YouTube and Dijon March and Strazer and Ralph and see all the people popping in here on TikTok. We're glad you could be here. So if you got a question, be afraid to ask. I already answered a question why that Gare Shack asked that just signing up for what you said. Thanks. Great. Yeah, take a look. Come in, kick the tires around. If you got any questions, feel free to ask it in the lounge there. Somebody will answer it for you. If not me personally, somebody will. Um, Take a look around, kick the tires. Let them know how you found it through the Futures Trading Program Live. Uh, so we have a member in the TikTok live chat said he lost $46 of profit, leaving him with only $4. Well, that happens, right? What you have to do is evaluate your trade. Did you not see something on your chart that told you that it was going to change on you? Did you not pay attention to what indicators were telling you? Do you have any indicators? Do you have your line charted out? There's a lot of little things you can do to help minimize some of those losses. There's no guarantee that you're always going to make a profit because at any time, quite frankly, somebody could come in and buy a lot of shares or dump a lot of shares, and you get these knife drops like right here on this candidate here. Look at that big knife drop. There's a big sell off instantly. Now, how do you prevent that? Well, we use stop losses. You never ever trade without a stop loss. When you set a stop loss, that means it can only go down on you so much before it closes the trade out automatically for you. That protects your downside. And then as you get into profit, you slide your stops up, and then you lock in your profits so that if it does pull back, at least you've locked in some of your profits. So you need to evaluate, look at your chart, look at what was going on, see if you can pinpoint what went wrong. If you don't, well, maybe you need some education, and we can help you with that also. But we do um, focus on the futures trading here. Um, we have a lot of success doing it. So um, we're glad that you all can be here. Mr. Peabody asked in TikTok live chat, can you not allow the stop loss? Yes, you can trade without a stop loss, but you're setting yourself up for a recipe of disaster. That's how you wreck your accounts. You can cancel stop losses even once you have them, but that's you're just setting yourself up for potential disaster. That's why we always have losses in. Now, what you don't want to do is put in a take profit. I mean, some people do that and they love it. Why limit your profit potential? So um, always trade with a stop. Like here in the I'll show you. See, I already have it pre-programmed. I have a X amount of ticks involved. So what you see on your screen in front of you, this is a paper trading, a simulated account through TradingView in this case. So this is not real money. I'm not going to trade my real account live with you for the simple reason that I'm looking at multiple screens. I'm answering your questions. I'm talking. I'm listening. So I use a simulated account during these sessions because I'm not about to risk my real money while we're in a trading mode. But over here, you see it has a stop loss. I have it pre-programmed for 30 ticks. So when I buy, okay, I'll just demonstrate here. I'm buying. Right here's where it shows I got filled. There's one contract. Here's my stop loss down here. Okay, that's a 30 tick. So you got to adjust it for what you're trading. So at worst, I can slide this up here so you can see it. If this stock drops down, if this contract price drops down to here, it's automatically going to close out my trade. It's done. It protected me from this dropping all the way down to here. And then as you get profit, let's just pretend I'm in profit. I'm not. It's got to get up above here. Um, as I get into profit, I slowly slide this up little by little, right? Giving it room to breathe. And then I can lock in. So now if it drops down here, it locks in my profit. So watch, if this happens to drop here, there's my stop loss. You'll see that disappear. Right now it's sitting just above it. Okay. And it's moving around a little bit. Let me expand this out a little bit bigger so you can see maybe a little bit better. So here's my stop loss on the right over here. Okay. Oh, well, it's starting to climb. So once it gets above where I bought back where I bought it, because it pulled away a little bit, I can slide this up. Well, let's just say I'm going to slide this up. I'd say I got a whole bunch of profit that I'm happy with. I can slide that up. Boom. See how it instantly got me out of the trade just by sliding that up. That's why you never trade without a stop loss. That protects you from losing money. You're still, you got to give it room to breathe. So you can still lose money in that gap between where you bought it and where your stop loss is at. You have to give the candles room to breathe per se. Okay. And that you learn how to do that through being educated. So yes, you can slide your stops up and down. Never slide them down, right? Just because it's starting to come down, take the loss, right? Or take whatever little profit it gave you if that's the case, and you just re-enter a trade again. So yes, it's all fully the same way. If I was, let's say I was going to short this, okay. Well, of course, I wouldn't short this right now, but I'm just showing you for purposes. Here's a short. Okay, I can do that. There's a short has a -1. There's my stop loss above. So when you're shorting something, I'm saying I think the stock is going to go down based on my education, everything the chart shows me. Now, in this case, it's actually going up, right? So this is a bad trade. Which I would have never done this in real life. But anyway, I thought for some reason this was going to go down, so I entered it. I'm shorting it, thinking the price is going to drop. When it drops, I make money. So here's my stop loss up here. I want to limit my losses. So when I'm saying it goes down, you want your stop loss will be up above it. When you're going long, your stop loss, of course, would be underneath. So this trade is going against me in a horrible way, right? I can set my stop, give it room to breathe because it may go back down, right? All right, so I can move that. So if this comes up and hits this line, it will automatically stop me out. Now this is stops way too tight, but again, I'm just doing this for illustrative purposes. Not this would not be a trade I would have made in real life. I just want to see that. Boom. It stopped me out. It limited my losses. I made a bad trade, or it reversed. People started buying it instead of selling it. Right? Anything can happen, and that's why you need a stop loss in there. It limits your potential loss, keep you from wrecking your account. And what a coach's rule is, um, you never lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account in any one given day. If you don't know the math on how much is a maximum of 3% of what your total account is, then you shouldn't be trading until you figure what that number is at. Once you exceed that number, you're supposed to stop for the day. It's a self What that does is keeps you from dying by the death of 1,000 cuts, keeps you from wrecking your account. Because if you lose 3% of your total account in any one given day, you're having a bad day and you're not catching what you're doing wrong, and you're just going to continue to bleed, right? Because some days you just don't have it, right? So that's what it's all there to do, is to protect you. So uh, always use it. If that answer your question there, Mr. Peabody on TikTok. Thank you. Now, for those of you who've been here for more than a few days, I've been having some audio issues. I'm still trying to resolve. I'm going to ask our paid members who have access to open mic to talk. Let me know if you can hear any of them. That's the issue that I was having. I'm going to see if this setting I changed corrected that problem. So any one of you, go ahead and open your mic, say hi, however you want. Let me know, TikTok and YouTube, if you can hear them talking. Go ahead, Ralph. I can hear you. Can they hear you? Did anybody here say, Ralph, say Merry Christmas? No. He says no on TikTok. Ah, got it. What's that setting? I got a setting that I don't know what setting I have that's not working here. Well, thank you for that feedback, Revan and Wonderlust. They both say they can't hear you still. It's very frustrating sometimes because there's multiple settings everywhere. Um, let's see. Boost this up a little bit. Try that setting. Go ahead and say hi again, Ralph. Hello. How about that? Did you hear him that time? Still no. All right. Well, it ain't that setting either. No, no, it's not you guys. It's a setting somewhere that, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to. I've been looking at my audio outputs. I just don't see what's going on here. Desktop. Let me try this. Yes, it is, and I don't know. I'm playing around with different ones. Let me say hello, Aaron. Did anybody hear Aaron say hello, Aaron? There's a delay. Negative. All right. Well, let me try. There. How's that? Let me try. Global audio. How about now? Try that, Aaron. All right. Let me know if anybody heard Aaron say testing. One, two. Oh, this is frustrating. I know it's just probably one button somewhere. It's not enabled. One more try, and then we'll move on. You guys want to try it? Oh, I found one that said that. Oh, try that one more time. I found another thing. Crickets. Crickets. All right. Did you hear it that time? Nothing, huh? Crickets. Revan said crickets. Nope. All right. Well, I tried. There's so I guarantee you it's one click somewhere that's just not letting me do it. I don't know. Desktop audio, even have that all on default. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll move. Be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? Hear me now? I'm in there clickety clicking, and you should be able to hear me again. Sorry. Yes, thank you, Coco. Coco, one of our members, very highly successful, recently retired from her 9 to 5 job. Also, through American Dream Trading by simply following the rules faithfully. She's doing a great job. Every day she's getting better. Every day she's building her account more and more and more, enough so that she has enough confidence that she can do this for a living. I am also retired, as is Aaron, another one of our moderators you didn't hear earlier because you can't hear them. And Ann's another one of our moderators who actually got this futures program off and running on the ground floor, did all the work to get it to where it's at today. I kind of inherited all her hard work, and we appreciate her for doing that. So anyway, let's take a walk along the board. Let's see who's got a question here. Thank you. Never volunteer again yourself there on Facebook, YouTube, so that you can hear me again. Yeah, I was up here clicking things, so we'll get it worked out here one of these days. All right, who's got a question? Question. Who's got a question? Let's see. CVS Frog, I see you over there on Twitch. How's it going over there? He's always faithful over there on Twitch and holds the fort down over there for us. Cool. Good to see you. If you have a question, feel free to type it into the chat box and we'll try to do our best to answer it. I did some successful trades myself last night and this morning on silver and gold. And being the Christmas season, if you've ever watched that Rudolph, he sings, Burl Ives sings, the snowman, sings silver and gold, right? So I did a little bit of trading on extremely low volume on Christmas night because the market opened at 6 o'clock last night on Christmas night. So I wanted to trade just so I could say I did. Just for less. That was the only reason. No real reason. I was too tired really to be trading, but it was low volume. But I did it. I said I could. And then this morning I got into gold. Was just going up and down nicely all day, and I was able to snag quite a few dollars off of that this morning. And I also traded the Russell 2000. Now I traded that during the open market. This morning I actually traded stock options. So I did the same thing as the Russell 2000 on the indexes. However, I did it uh, in the stock options. I trade stocks, I trade options, I trade futures. So there's all kinds of ways to trade, and you need to learn how to do all of them because all the skills apply to the others, right? So the things I learned initially by trading stocks and options, 100% transferred over here to trading futures. So once you learn one, there's really not that much difference other than some terminology and how things are priced. Trading is trading. Aaron, our moderator, says, a chart's a chart, a chart. Once you learn how to read a chart, learn how to get your indicators on a chart and get lines on your chart, you trade it. The same principles apply if I was trading the Russell 2000 or if I went over to oil. Look at oil drop. Holy cow, look at the money we could have been making on that. Look at that price drop. Um, and gold, it doesn't matter what it is. It literally does not matter. That you can trade gold, you can trade oil, you can trade currencies. Okay, you can trade the regular indices, so you can trade them all. You can see I have lines on my charts, right? Those are historical lines that I've charted out by putting my chart on a higher time frame. I'll show you here. You'll see all the lines it's got on here. See, these are all historical places. Each one of these lines represents places that it hit multiple times. This is a 4-hour chart, okay? So I can scroll back here. I have an extensive history of where this hit multiple times, and I'll draw a line. I don't just draw an arbitrary line. Now you can see I don't have it charted all the way down here because it doesn't matter. That's 2,000 points away. Now if it happens to start pulling back that way, then I'll go back and rechart that. So yeah, I get all my lines on here. And of course my standard trading chart, I'm on 2-minute generally. Now, if I'm scalping, I'll be on a 1-minute chart. So there's really two basic principles of trading that we cover and we train our members on, and that is scalping, which is where you usually do it on a 1-minute chart. You're in and out. You get in. You may literally only trade one or two candles. May only be in for 1 or 2 minutes. You can be in for hours too, but generally scalp. You're getting there, grab what you can get and getting out. Or you can use Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, which is represented here down here by this pane down here on my chart. Okay, down here, and it tells you when to get in. Now, it doesn't tell you when to get out, or it doesn't tell you if the trade's going bad on you. Those are all the things you have to do to learn why we teach you that things, and it takes time and effort to put all these everything that you see on my screen. While it may look confusing, if this is the first time you ever looked at a stock chart, it's just like reading a book. I can tell this. I can tell you anything about this chart, right? This trade and how it went because I've done this enough. I've been educated, right? So, if we'd have got in this trade on when this 2-minute EWO started here, down here, look how much profit I'd have been in. I think really it went sky high up here. I could have sold off and rode it back down, and there's another EWO, right? I could have got in right here at this EWO when it started, right? That one kind of went flat a little bit. I got in up here and I made money while it was down. And it's still a decent trade. Here's where my entry point. Here's where it's at now. There's a little bit. Wouldn't have bet a whole lot of money on that one, but it's still there. So, and it applies to everything. That was what I just had that on. I had that on what's that on gold, right? So it could apply to anything. It could apply to the S&P 500, right? That's what I was looking at. There's the S&P 500. I can apply it to gold. See, same thing. The EWO works on each and every one of these uh, investment vehicles. Here's an entry point. Here I got in, right? You can get in here and rode up that one a little bit. You can do the same thing. Here's an entry point on this EWO. I would have got in here, rode that puppy all the way up. That's a lot of money right there, right? Then it goes to a red EWO. You can write it down. This is about where it tells you to get in. So I could have made money by getting in here because it changed and told me to get in, right? I could have wrote that down and made profit. Look, now it's going the other way. This is a green EWO. My entry point would have been on the next bar when it's larger than the first, and I would be writing this up for profit currently. So that's how that works. That's the 2-minute EWO strategy as developed by a coach based on his 33 years of experience. This indicator here is included with your futures membership. Okay. Not all our members get this because they have to have certain membership levels. So on the VIP, VIP Gold, and futures membership, this is part of your membership. This will help you stay into trades longer, give you confidence, okay, to make these trades. And this only works with TradingView. This is an overlay script that we use the existing TradingView program, which is an independent company, has nothing to do with American Dream Trading, but you can put scripts into the coding of it to show you these things. It's pretty cool. This indicator here alone is worth your membership, right? I did $300 in futures, and I did I forget now 400, whatever, about 400 in options this morning. So I made roughly $700 this morning. I kind of traded light. Um, so do you think that would have paid for my 1 month membership in the futures? Yes, it did. Right? Made $700 in a matter of one day, in a matter of a couple hours of work. Does that mean that's going to happen to you? Guaranteed to happen to you? No, I can't guarantee you any results. I don't even imply that that can be you. But through education and training, you learn how to do what we're showing you here. You follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do, your chances of success are a lot higher than people that don't have access to this. That's just two techniques, right? I mean, we also teach retirement, trading, long-term trading for, a year, or swing trading, which could be days, weeks, months, you know. So there's all kinds of different strategies you can use, but the two basic ones and this is the EWO, which is what most people should be using. I use it a lot myself. I'm a strong believer in it because it works. It just simply works. Uh, the easy part is getting in, knowing to get out. That's the part that gets tough sometimes. Sometimes you get out too soon, or you get out too late and you lose money, or if you get out too soon and you give up a lot of profit. So, but you can acquire those skills, and it does take work to do it, right? It takes time, it takes effort. You got to build calluses up. You got to build mental fortitude up. and you got to know how to read what's in front of your face, what the chart's telling you and the candles are telling you. What questions do we have? All right. Um, Now, how do we make money in the futures? I'll go ahead and talk. If somebody has a question, I will. Nice to see Jeremy here, Vitali, Jorge, Blair, Jet Solutions, Jeff. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your follows. Appreciate it. Glad you could be here. If this is your first time here, make sure you click subscribe and notify and like. Also, if you would click the share button, share that out to your social feeds. That would also be nice. Greatly appreciated. Manny, good to see you here. TikTok, appreciate it. So, how do you make money in the futures? Well, number one, we trade on what's called a margin account. It's kind of like trading on credit. It's kind of like using a credit card if you want to relate it to something. It's not a credit card, but it's a margin account. You deposit money, X amount of dollars in. Now with Webull, it's $500 for a margin account. Different brokers have different minimum requirements. And that goes on your account, and I'm kind of oversimplifying it. Whatever you have in your account, then you're able to trade against. So when you trade it on the margin account, they're kind of fronting you the money in a roundabout way. They're debiting your account the amount of the contract, but the instant you get out of that, you sell it and you're done, that money's instantly put right back into your debit account. Now, however, there is a transaction fee for each trade. That's where the true cost of a single trade is. You have a transaction cost when you buy a contract, and you have a transaction cost when you sell a contract or get out of a contract. So when you enter the contract, it's $1.40. The average cost, it varies between contracts, but it's $1.45 to get into contract and $1.45 to get out. So for $2.90, I can buy one contract true cost, right? And of course, if you buy five, then it's $14.50. So just roundabout, if you want to think about it, it's $3 a trade, roughly. It's $2.90. But we just say three just to make it easy. So I know I got to make $3 profit on any trade just to break even. So you have to kind of build that in to your mindset. So if you see you made $4 profit as soon as you sell it, you're only going to net $1 because you got to pay that transaction fee. And they just take that right out of your trade. You don't even see. It's not like you're going to get billed X amount of dollars at the end of the month. It's built into your trade. When you buy it, it's taken out. When you sell it, it's taken out. So when you enter or exit a trade. So I know I got to at least build in a $3 profit for every trade I make per contract, right? If I buy five contracts, that would be 1450. Okay. So as long as you understand that, then you're good to go. So how do I know I've made $3? Okay. Well, what they do, a stock has a price, right? It could be $29 a share, right? That's how you, if you want to think about that. So if it goes up $30, that's it. It grew by a $1 per share. In contracts, they talk about points. And again, it's not a true way of saying it, but this is how I think of it. 1 point is $1. Okay. We do have a price scale. Okay. On you can see on your chart. So in this case, it's 2,600 something, depending on where it's at right now. You don't pay 2,600. You pay a flat fee that is charged against your margin account. Let me bring this up here for you. This is an example of Webull. Let me switch here. Actually, I think I have to have it on the other screen. Let me hang on here. I'm going to stretch this out before I share the screen here real quick. Um, all right, so let me slide this over here. There we go. So what I'm showing you here, this is Weebles, the broker Weebles. This shows you what it costs you to that's debited against your margin account to buy one contract. So I am looking at gold right now on my other screen. So if I go down here and scroll down, I go down here till I find gold. So there's I'm doing mini gold, micro gold. Okay, so there's Gold right here would cost you, oh, that's the micro. Where's the mini? Let's see here. Get my cataract out of the way here so I can read it. Gold, silver, mini gold. Oh, here it is. Micro gold. Sorry. All right. So here, this tells you I have to have in my account $316.25 to buy one contract. So if you have a $500 account, I know I can buy one contract of gold. How much is gold? Gold's $2,600. So you don't have to have 2,600. You only have to have 316 in your account to buy one contract. Okay. That's the cost that they debit your account with. Now, you have to have 1,200 in your account to buy 1,265. You have to have that much actually in your account. But to be able to buy one contract of gold is 316.25. So I know if I have a $500 account, I can buy one contract of gold. They debit that $316 from my account, right? And then as soon as I exit my trade, I'm done trading it, that 316 goes right back in my account. And then if you made money, if I made $50 during that trade, that also goes into my account. But the 316 always goes back in, whether you make money or whether you don't. It's kind of like a debit against your account. They're kind of like holding it. Um, so any profits or losses then would come out on top of that. But that 316 always goes back into your account, so you don't lose that. You just have to have X amount of dollars to be able to execute a trade. If I wanted to trade um, oil, I have to have well, I have to have 572 in my account, but they debit my one contract trade 171.60. Okay, so that's what they debit my account for. But really, the true cost of making a trade is $1.45 to enter the trade, $1.45 to exit the trade. So $2.90 is actually the true cost that I get charged, right, for making one trade. Where else can you buy something for $2.90 and be able to buy one contract of gold and have a potential of making unlimited income? There's always a limit, but right. So if I'm going long, so just like this here this morning, let me just go back here. Okay. So I know I have a 500. Let's just say I have the basic $500 account that it takes to open a trade, right? And I'm on gold. And we already said the micro gold was 316, so I can buy one contract. We found that out down here. Now I have to have 1,200 to buy gold, but let's just pretend we do. But the cost of the trade, irregardless, is $2.90. So if I got in over here on my chart, my trading view, here's where I would have got in on my EWO. Okay, I would have got in here, paid it would charge you the $2.90. So anything I make from up here to here on a long play is pure profit. Okay, once I exit the trade, that $300 goes back into my margin account plus any profit. So now, how do we figure out what profits are? This takes a little bit of math. So if we go back to our little handy dandy chart, um, here we go. They go by what they call ticks. Okay, a tick is a portion of each point of each trade divided up into proportion. So some of them are, well, like metals. We'll look at metals because that's what we're talking about, gold in this case. So if I go down here to micro gold, right here it tells you that the tick size is 10 cents. But what does that mean? That means every time the price on my chart for gold goes up 10 cents, in other words, 0.1, in other words, 2658.2 to 2658.3, I made $1 per contract. Okay. So that's the minimum of it. So every dollar is how much? How many tenths are in a hole? 10, right? So every whole point that goes up, I make $10. So if gold goes from $2,600 to 2,601, I made $10. Just that easy. That's how that works. So everyone's a little different, right? Gold says every tenth of a cent, I make $1. You go look at energy. Every penny on oil it goes up, I make $1. That's even better, right? And why is that lower, or why is that better or worse? Because oil moves in pennies and it doesn't move all that much at one time. If I go into the stock market, if I go look at the index, if I want to trade the S&P 500, theirs is even different. Theirs is every quarter it goes up, every 0.25 of a point, or if you want to think about it in dollars, every quarter the price of the that's on my chart it goes up. I make $1.25. So you see how that works. That's where how you make your money. So if we go back to our chart here on gold, all right. So if I got in when the EWO told me, the 2-minute EWO, okay, here was my entry point down here. All right. Let me get a little drawing thingamajigger here. So I got in here where this is circled. Okay. That was my entry point based on this down here. And let's just say I was the world's greatest trader and I got out up here when it pulled back. Okay. Let's say I got out up here. So we'll just I'm going to round it up just because I'm not a math whiz. That's why I have a calculator. So let's just say you got a 253.0, and I got in down here when it told me to at 2642.5. That is a $10 move between where I got in at, and let's just say I got in after this pullback. Let's say I sold completely out. Okay. So I got in here to there. That's $10.50 gain. Well, so if we go back to our metals chart, we know that micro gold is in 10-cent increments. Okay. So how many tenths is in $10.50, right? If you, I mean, it's simple. You just point, right? You just go 0.1 divided by 0.1. That's 105 ticks. Just move your decimal point over one, right? Simple math there. So I have 105 ticks move from here to up here, and I make how much per tick? I make $1 per tick. So in this time that I entered this trade on $1 at 9:46 a.m. to the time that I sold out over here at 10:54. So basically, let's just say it's an hour, right? I made $105 for every contract that I had. And how much did that cost me? $2.90. For $2.90, I made 105. Is that a pretty good return on your money? Does that interest you? Does that excite you? What if I bought 5 of them? I would have to have, we knew we had to have what, $300 in our account to buy, well, you have to have 1,200. So you have to, it's all exponential. So if you had 5 of them, right? I could have, if I had 5 contracts, I made $525, and it only costed me 5 times the 290, it's 1450. So you see how that works. So you just have to know what your tick size is. That's how your profit amount is based. In this in this case, Webull has a chart that tells you what those all are. It's also built into your most trading widgets. It will tell you, before you execute the trade, it'll show you, how much a tick is. Um, so that's how we do it. It's that simple, really it is. They just take that whole point and whatever unit it is, tenths, quarters, 0.001, whatever it is, depends on what you're trading, okay? How much money you make per contract. Pretty cool. But your real cost, I mean, yes, you have to have money in your account. That's the only thing that limits you on how many contracts you can purchase at a one time. You have to have that minimal amount in. So in gold's case, we knew we had to have, even though it's only $300 to buy one contract, we have to have, in case we hold this contract past the open hours, right? That's called the initial margin. Okay. Once the market closes at 4, you could still keep hold of that contract, but the price to keep that in there, you have to have 1,265 per contract. So that's a pretty good deal, actually. So once your contract, your account, if you start with a 500, if that's all you got, you have enough to open an account. You just start building your account, 5, 10, 15, $20 at a time every trade, in and out, right? The idea, of course, is to limit how many ins and outs. So there's where coaches indicators come into play. By getting this as part of your membership, it tells you when to get in. You have to decide when to get out, right? Even if I let this fall all the way back clear down to here, say this yellow line here, I'm still in the profit, right? Because I bought it here. Let's say I made a big mistake, fell asleep in my chair or whatever, and I woke up, right? And it's down to here. Now I'm still a profit, right? I'm still making money. So, but you want to try to do is limit how many transactions. So if you have coaches indicators here, and once you learn what this is all telling you, you could have rode this sucker all the way up there. These indicators all say to stay in this trade. You may not see it telling you to do that, but this is what it's telling me because I've used this so much and it works, right? So one contract I'd have made 105 bucks and it really only cost me $2.90. I think that's what's exciting. That's why futures are my jam. That's why I love them so much, right? So, and this is what I did today. Now I wasn't in this trade because I was actually in the Russell 2000. I was actually trading stock options. I wasn't even in the futures market at that time. Had I been, there you go. $2.90, I could have made 105. I think that's a pretty good deal. So, and again, and the other nice thing is not only can you write it up by going long, you can turn around when it tells you that it's going to start dropping, right? RUW indicator right here. Next bar is bigger than the first. Okay. I could have wrote this EWO play from there to here. I mean, that's when it concluded. You have to decide when to get out. So I could have wrote this down here and I would have got out down here. I'd have been very cautious. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, I would do this because I can see the whole chart. But by my trading, I know I would have, right? So here's what I'm going to show you. Here's a little, give a little drawing tool here. So here's there's where I would have got out right here in this area right here. Why? Because the chart told me to get out. Can anybody tell me why the chart's telling me to start taking profit, whether get out altogether? How about TikTok? Anybody there TikTok know why I would have probably got out right here at this area? I'll give you a minute. Why would I got out there? What's there that told me to get out or reduce my holdings? This line right here, this purplish bluish line. That is the 200 MA. That is why I hesitate giving them numerical values, but on my chart, that would be like the second strongest indicator. VWAP, which is down here, would be your strongest indicator of all of them because the whole world uses these two, right? The whole world doesn't use some of these other ones, but we do because they work. Okay. So right here, I'd have been watching because I know that 200 MA line's right there. Okay. And I'd have been very cautious as this broke through my charted out levels. Come down here, and as you could see, it hesitated, right? Bebopped around, and what did it do? It bounced. I was buying it short. I was saying I purchased it going down. Once it starts going back up, then it starts eating in my profits or start losing my money if I got in too late. Again, that's the other beauty of the EWO. I could have got in down here, right? As soon as that pulled back up, I start losing money, right? I broke even, less the fees, so I actually start losing money when this thing pounced back up. Had I not known through training what this line even meant, I wouldn't have known what to do. So that was an indicator. So this tells you when to get in. You still have to make the decision through education on when to get out. You can get out anytime you want, right? But if you want to maximize your profits and also not buy too many ins and outs and increasing your total fees for the day. See, this whole trade told me to stay in this whole time. At no time did this say get out. It told me to stay in that trade the whole time. Now I had to decide when to get out. There's nothing that says sell, right? I can see when to sell because of my training and my experience, because coach taught us how to do all this. And you'll learn this also. It's pretty good. Hey, welcome Jeremy, Vitality, Jorge, Blair, Jez, Lacera, um, Carter. Welcome to on our TikTok over there. Appreciate you having here. So again, now here's the next start of the next EWO later. Okay, there's where my endpoint is there. Okay, look, if I'd have got in there, I got in. Here's my entry point. I'd have rode that puppy up, clear up to here, and sold out, or shed some of them and let some of the other ones run, and maybe then got rid of them when they started dropping again. Again, that's money. That's all right there. That's all profit. It's pure profit. So it's just a fantastic tool. Again, combined with my training and education that I received from Coach at AmericanDreamTrading.com, I learned how to do this, and you will too. So if you haven't already, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down, you'll see join our Discord. You can join our Discord totally for free. It's free today. It was free yesterday. It'll be free tomorrow. It'll be free next month. We don't charge anything for our Discord. We'll let you come in, kick the tires a little bit. You can get in our lounge in there and chat along with other members of our group. Say hi, ask questions. You get instant access to some of our educational training materials that we have. There's also discounts. Actually, there's a discount for money off on a subscription to TradingView that Coach offers there. All you got to do is click on it. When you decide to purchase TradingView, you can save quite a bit of money. And there's, hey, if you want to buy a Tesla, I forgot about that. I think that's still there. I haven't looked at it lately. If you want to buy a Tesla, there's a discount to get, what is it, 1,000 off or something? I forget. I haven't looked at it. It's a substantial amount of money. And a Rivian, I think there's a discount for that because Coach has Teslas as a owner. They give owners like that, they can share that discount code. Well, it's there for you. So if you're in the mood for a Tesla, check it out. Here's a free discount for you right there. So, um, but the main thing is you can get in there and kick the tires a little bit, interact with other members. Now you are limited on what you can do. There's a lot of channels you won't see because those are for paid members and they will not show up until you join and purchase a paid membership. Then the keys to the kingdom. If you buy the VIP gold, the keys to the kingdom are open for you, and you can watch. So, and you get a lot of other training. Again, we trade. We actually start trading at 4 a.m. Trading and training at 4 a.m. Eastern time in the pre-market, and we don't stop trading or training live with our paid members till 4 p.m. And then after at 4 p.m. at 5 p.m. we have the aftermarket show with Dawn. That's on YouTube. You can go there and you can interact again live. You can ask questions. It's pretty cool. Usually she'll have a subject matter to talk about every day. And some days they just chit chat. Hey, how's it going? Right. So check it out. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Get that free Discord. No strings attached. The only thing you have to do is verify your account. Once you sign up for the free Discord, you will receive, I believe, an email that shows you how to verify your account. And if you don't do that, then the bots in our Discord, they will automatically remove you after 24 hours if you don't verify your account. It's just a simple click to verify your account. That's all. Just keeps them bots that's out there on the internet from creating fake accounts. Anybody that runs a Discord knows how that can be a hassle maintaining that. So thankfully, Discord, the software itself, has a thing to counteract that. So if people don't verify their account, it just removes them. Now we don't have a bunch of fake accounts in there. So check it out, AmericanDreamTrading.com, free Discord. All you do is scroll down. All right, anybody have any questions at this point? Hey, DJ Vinny, see you over there on YouTube's along with Ralph and Never Volunteer Again. Nice to have you live with us. Everybody say hi to Vinny. Hey, Vinny. Um, he also did well alongside me today with IWM in the stock chat. I know, Vinny, you want to tell me I left too early. I missed out on all that profit. I know, but I had things to do. He's always yelling at me. You can't leave now. You got to stay here. I'm like, well, sorry. It ain't always about the money. It's the freedom of time. It's more valuable to me. I know at any time I can get up and walk away and go do whatever I want to do, as long as my wife allows it. I got to get her permission. But I have the freedom of time, and that's what American Dream Trading has given to me more than anything. Uh, that's why I am retired. I retired because of ADT. I was able to quit having a 9 to 5 job and work when I want to work, trade when I want to trade. Now, it just so happens I became a moderator. Now I am working with Coach, as we have close to 20 moderators on our staff. We all have our little specialties that we do. A lot of it gets, some of the moderators aren't very vocal, but they're doing all the back behind the scenes, answering questions, working tickets, solving problems, working with people. Uh, where maybe I'm more visible. With a face like mine, maybe I should be one of the moderators, work behind the scene. But anyway, so there's a lot of us here. There's always somebody around to answer your question, and I am not exaggerating. I double, triple dog dare you to ask a question at 3 o'clock in the morning, and see how long it takes somebody to answer your question. It's amazing. We have an amazing community here. So I challenge you. I triple dog dare you. Once you're in our free Discord, you can type in a question in there, 3 in the morning. More likely than not, somebody's going to answer it fairly quickly. Test it out. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Say hi. Tell Mark sent you. If you don't want to tell Mark sent you, just say you heard about us on the Futures Trading and Education Show live on all the social medias. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Audie. Nice to have you here. Hey, Coach. Coach is in TikTok. Hi, Coach. Everybody say hi to Coach in TikTok. Good to see you, Coach. That would be Coach Chad Christian, CEO and founder of AmericanDreamTrading.com. Anything I show you here today or talk about, I learned from that man personally. He's trained all of us on how to become a success. All you got to do is apply what he tells you. Listen, like he likes to say, listen to the sound of my voice and apply his principles, his rules. He doesn't have very many rules. I think there's what, 8 of them, 8 or 10 of them. But if you follow them, if you break them rules, you're going to lose money. That much I can assure you, you will lose money. How do I know that? Because I've broken every one of them multiple times, right? Wow. So anyway, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, sign up for that free Discord, get started that way, and kick the tires and see what we all have to offer in there. Well, by the way, even on our YouTube channel, we have a couple thousand videos that you can go watch at any time for free. We produce these things for you guys for free. You don't even have to pay to watch them. There's all kinds of educational material on there. It's like, I don't know what the exact count is, but I'm sure it's at least 2,000 by now, right? Um, so check it out. It's amazing. Nothing else like it on the internet. Nobody else lets you have a live open mic and ask questions. And any of our paid
Hey
members,
Mark,
go ahead, Ralph.
we just got a super chat. I think $5. Look on
Holy cow,
YouTube.
look at that. A super chat for $5. Put your name in there, we'll announce it. Get your name and your message announced live with the super chat. Any amount is acceptable. We're not picky. Thank you. DJ Vinny asks in the YouTube live chat, is a stop different for, I assume you're asking, is a stop any different on a futures than it is for options? Nope. Stops work the same on stocks. They work the same on options. They work the same on futures. That's the great thing about trading futures. All the skills you learn by trading stocks and options, it's 100% transferable. All the mechanics work the same. And this is true of any broker, not just Webull or TradingView. They all work the same way. So once you learn your broker software, whether it's Webull or TradingView or TOS or there's hundreds of them out there. Whatever one you're using, once you master that, it applies to anything that you invest in, that you trade. So let's see. Swoky Way, what are those indicators? Well, the indicators here you see on my screen are what we call, and well, they're officially called Coaches 2.0 indicators. This is TradingView, is what you see here again. This is TradingView. It's an independent program, not associated with American Dream Trading. We don't own it, operate it, have anything to do with it. It's probably, I don't want to exaggerate, but I would guess it's probably one of if not the most popular charting program out there on the internet that you can get. It's just a thing of beauty. There's so much you can do with it. I love it personally. By being a member of Futures membership, this is included within that. Okay, you can't buy this separately. Okay, it only comes with a paid membership in the futures. Okay, or if you're a VIP or a VIP Gold member. So it's not offered to our premium members either. So, and you can't buy it. And it only works with TradingView too. It doesn't work with TOS or any other brokerage or charting software. So what this is showing you, it's telling me a lot, right? This is a roadmap, okay? When I combine these indicators with lines that I have charted, and it doesn't matter what we're looking at. It can be anything. It can be gold. It can be, oil, whatever. It can be currencies like the euro. I've already charted out my chart with my lines of support and resistance on there. This is These indicators are lines, which are trend lines based on time periods. Okay. In this case, 9/21/55. It also has VWAP and other MAs on here. Okay. So these are all certain EMAs and MAs, lines that we use to help make trading decisions. And we train you how to use these. Okay. It's one thing to know what each one is, but to know how to use them is a different skill set. You're going to learn that overnight. Well, you'll learn what they're for, but actually being able to apply it takes time, right? It takes experience and time. Down here below in this next pane, I have Coach's proprietary 2-minute EWO strategy. Okay, this is a representation of it. What is this for? It lets us know when to get in a trade. Okay, on a 2-minute chart, if my next bar is larger than the first bar, whenever there's a color change, right? You see here, let me make this extra big just so you can see it. Okay, grab a hold of it here. Battery's starting to die on my mouse. So anyway, I blew this up way out of whack, but whenever the second bar, the basic entry point is whenever the next bar is larger than the first. Here's the first bar, green, implies the same to red. Okay, the down. This would be for buying long, right? We're saying that the price of this contract is going to go up, or we can go short, okay, in which case we would short the stock. So it would be the same thing on a red EWO, which starts here. You get in whenever the next bar is larger than the first. And when I mean larger, I mean in height wise, right? You can see this one is longer than the first one. Same thing over here, right? On the green, the next bar in this case happens to be the second bar is larger than the first. Sometimes it's not the second bar. Sometimes it's the third or fourth. It just depends. But the next bar has to be larger from the very first one where it changed over. Okay. So that's our entry point. It's not a hard concept to understand. The next bar is when the next bar is larger than first, you enter the trade. And look, if had you done that, your entry point again would have been here, and this is all pure profit in your pocket from here to there, right? Same thing over here. If I'd have got in over here when it told me to, as I grab hold of my little doohickey here, all right, right here, I'd have entered up here. All this is pure profit, right? Now this one isn't as much profit, but it's still profit. Now you have to know when to get out based on trading and education that we provide here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Okay. These work with everything. They work with stocks, they work with options, they work with futures, they work with crypto, they work with any Bitcoin, they work for day trading, for trading for a minute or two, to trading for hours, to trading swing trading, trading long term for like buys and holds. People like to buy and hold for 6 months, a year, a few years, forever. It works. All you do is change your time, your chart on your time on your charts. If I want to look at, let's just say I want to buy the futures in a long-term hold, right? Would I? No. But this is a day chart. Let's just say I'm a long-term buy and hold guy, right? I'm not, but let's just say I am. Well, right here, this is on a day chart. Every one of these candles is one day. So if I'm buying out for a long-term hold, I wait for this to change on a day chart. So all I did was switch the times that it shows, okay? So here's my entry point. If I want to hold this for the next 30 days or 30 minutes, whatever, you just change it to that. So I would wait for the entry. This would be my entry point. If this was Monday, does it say to get in? No. If this is Tuesday, does it say to get in? No. If this is Wednesday, does it say to get in? No. If this is Thursday, does it say to get in? No. Oh, Friday, look, now the next bar is larger than first. So I would get in when it hits this one, if this is what my investment strategy is for like a long-term hold, right? And I just play this EWO. Tells me that it doesn't need play. Right now, if I'd have got up here, okay, this would have been right here's my entry point, right? I can draw a line. So here. So if I would have got in here on the second one, right? And all this is just pure profit ever since. So that's 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38, 9, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 48, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53. That's almost 2 months. All because I could have held this contract for literally 2 months. See how that works? It works on any time period, even. That's the magic of the coach's two
That's a lot
minutes.
of ticks too.
That
That's
is
a
a
lot
lot
of
of money.
ticks.
That is buy me a new yacht money right there. That is a lot. Look at that. And all I had to do was just enter it. Again, I don't trade this way personally, but we have a lot of members that do, and this is how they do it. 2 months. This is basically 2 months from here to there on this that you see on my chart. I mean, 2 months actually back here. Okay, but this told me when to enter. Doesn't tell me when to get out. I can get out anytime I want, but it doesn't tell you when to exit a trade. Now you can see, like I say, once you get the education and training, right, and you listen to the sound of coach's voice on how these things work. Look at that. Could you not have made money on this if you'd have bought this 2 months ago and entered that and held on to it? Amazing, isn't it? So that's it. That's a long-term hold, right? I mean, people do. You can use whatever time frame you want, but I'm a day trader. I'm not marrying nothing. I ain't holding nothing overnight. I'm not falling in love with any particular stock. You know what I care about? I care about me, and my bank account. I want the money that I can get when I can get it. I want my money, and I want my money now, right? That's the kind of trader I'm. I'm here. I'm a momentum. Now, it may mean I can be in it for 2 candles, or I can be in it for 2 hours worth of candles, or you know, all day, right? Generally, quite honest with you, I'm done trading by 11 at the latest, most days. A lot of days I'm done at 7. It just depends. I'm not, I'm not going to, I don't sit, I don't, can't, I got things to do in my life, right? American Dream Trading's not only give me the ability to create an income for me and my family, it also gives me the freedom of time to walk away anytime I want, right? That's what I love about it. I don't have a 9 to 5 job. I haven't had a 9 to 5 job for 2 years. This is what I've been doing for the last 2 years with my life. Hanging out with everybody at the 10,000, I don't know what the exact count is, it's over 10,000 members, American Dream Trading. I don't know what the exact number is lately, but it's a lot. Okay. Coach wants to know how much I made today. Well, Coach, on futures, I traded and I made $85 on Christmas night when the markets opened. They opened at 6 p.m. on Christmas Day last night. I didn't get in right at 6. It was more like 7-ish. And I traded on extremely low volume. It was really painful trading. I made $85 last night. It took me forever to get that because there wasn't very many people trade. Christmas Day, what fools are making money on Christmas Day? This one. This one did. And then this morning I racked up some more money. So I was, what did I make? What did I say I made? 300 something, 400 something today on futures. And then once the market opened, then I actually traded stock options. Kind of the same concept as futures, except you got the Greeks to deal with, which is even more painful, can be more than painful. That's why I love futures. I don't have them Greeks to eat away the time on my contracts. I made like almost $400 there on that. So I did like $700-800 a day, something like that, in that neighborhood. But I was able to get them walk away when I wanted to. And then of course, I have to be here back for this. But so I did okay, right? Now, Vinny, Uncle Vinny, as I call him, actually, I don't know, Vinny. I don't know. I'm older than you, and he's my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but we call him Uncle Vinny affectionately. He's a character. If you ever meet him in real life like I have, he's a character. Well, he's just like he is live when we're talking as he is in person. I had the pleasure of meeting him. We had a meet up in a certain location in the country here, and We're the same age. Okay. Um, so he's always yelling at me because I'm leaving early. Well, I got stuff to do. It ain't always about making the money. And when it pulled back, I cashed out. I just took the money. I'm out of here. And I got before we went live here. I'm looking. I'm like, oh, holy cow, Vinny's gonna yell at me. He is gonna just ream me good tomorrow because we waited. This was a great trade. We both traded IWM, which is the same thing as the Russell 2000. Well, when the market opened this morning, it was just chaotic. Things were going up, they were going down. It was just crazy. But we have enough experience to know not to fall trapped in that, right? Unless you want to scalp it. If you're a master scalper, you could have made money jumping in and out. But have I done that successfully? Yes, but I've had my face ripped off. So I just try not to do it, right? So we we were in there and we were both happening, us and a bunch of other people. We were playing this. We were just talking about levels and stuff. Again, we don't tell each other, hey, I bought in here and I sold here. We don't do that. We're not allowed to do that. We're not here to tell people when to buy and when to sell, but we do talk about the educational part of what's the indicators showing us, what kind of levels is the chart showing us, right? So as you can see, all our indicators were kind of all crunched up here, right? It was kind of ugly there for a while. It was jumping in, jumping out. If you'd have got in here, it first pulled in, the market started and it went back up. Like, oh, it's going up. If you'd have jumped in here, then you'd have lost your money, kind of pulled right back down. Here's a double bottom down here. I contemplated for a brief second of playing a double bottom bounce and riding that up, but I didn't. You know why I didn't this time? Normally I would, scalp it for a couple bucks, but I just wasn't feeling it today, quite honest with you. But it was so chaotic. Even though you see these candles like this, what you don't see here is how chaotic these were going up and down, just teetering around. I was going to play this bounce down here, but I didn't do it. Why? Is because all these indicators were all crunched together. So the way I interpreted it was, yes, I could have made money from here to there, which would have been probably decent. Would have been decent money if I had enough contracts when I bought it. But I was more concerned that it would hit one of these major indicators here and then reject, bounce away, and either cost me money, right, or stop me out of my trade for a loss, or my potential was limited. So I just decided personally not to, just give it time, be patient. So I literally sat on my hands, and what we were doing at that time, it broke through. It started to get some good momentum. Now again, if I'd have got in here, I missed out on all this profit potential here. Okay. But I didn't. I'm not that I did not get hung up on. So I could have made all this money here. Okay. But I wanted to wait because VWAP and the 200 were just crammed together real close to all these other ones. I'm like, you know what? The better trade would probably be safer, more conservative trade. Now, Coach, he wouldn't even thought twice of doing this. He's got a more aggressive style than what I do. Okay. And everybody's got their own risk management. And I'm not saying one's better than the other. It depends what your trading style is like. But I wanted to wait till it broke through the two biggest, the two most major indicators that's there is VWAP and the 200 MA. I wanted to say it, and I even said it that I was waiting for a breakthrough. I wanted to see it break and hold above it, and by God, it did. And what did it do once it broke through them? There was no more chop. That sucker went straight to the moon, as we say. All right, going to the moon, right? So I played it up to 10:30. Each one of these is 2 minutes. Okay, these candles. I played it up to here to where it pulled back because I know I wanted to be done by 10:30 today, and I believe this candle was at 10:26 actually. So that's where I got out of my trade. I took my money, took my ball, and went home. And another reason I did that was because I had already made money in the futures. Now I was trading this in the stock options. So what happened here? Did it say to get out of the trade? No. What it did tell me was I should have shed some of my holdings. Okay. Now I didn't go in real big today either. I also played conservatively. Normally I do 10 contracts on stock options. Today I only did 5. Whether it's Christmas week, blah blah blah. Just don't know. I'm just playing conservative. Just wasn't feeling it. And of course, it went to the moon. After it got up about here, I'm like, dang, I wish I went in with my standard 10 contracts, right? But I did. Not that. I mean, I could have added, but I don't. I don't normally do that. I go whatever I go in with. That's what I take to the dance with me. That's That's what I take. I very rarely add in, even though that is a trading strategy, right? Same way as shedding when you get a certain amount of profit. But anyway, I closed out my position here, and I was done 10:30 like I wanted to be. But since I had already made 300 whatever it was plus dollars earlier in the day, you know, I was happy. Actually, I didn't care if I traded in the open market because I already made enough, right? Am I going to become a bazillionaire by doing that every day? No. I'm going to become a bazillionaire by doing smart trading, right, and growing your account and letting your runners run. Well, I don't do that. I got out here and I was done for a reason, specific reason. And this is why Vinny's going to yell at me tomorrow. He's probably already yelling at me in YouTube Live. I told you not to go, right? And look what it did. Look how that thing climbed clear to, what's this here? Holy cow, it's still climbing, actually. Look at that. That thing's still higher. It can still be in this trade. And it's what? 130. If I'd have let the runners run, look at that. I could have actually set a stop and walked away. I don't do that personally. I don't like having a trade run when I'm not sitting there eyeballing it. But technically, with a stop, you could do that as long as the stop works, right? But look at this. Look at that. Look how much. I don't even want to figure out how much money that is. I might look later, but I don't. I don't do that anymore. How much? Oh my God, I got out too soon. How much I could? I don't do. I've gotten past that in my trading career. I've made a conscious decision to get out at a specific time of the day. And it just so happened that it pulled back around that time period. And I was talking earlier to them, like, would I have got out if it hadn't pulled back? Nope. I'd have told my wife she wasn't getting her honeydew thing she wanted done. I'd have stayed in. If I would have had this pullback, or if I'd have stayed in the trade like you're supposed to, right, I could have rode at least up to here, right? Or here, right? But I didn't. The main reason was freedom of time. I had to get something I wanted to get done before I came back and hung out with you fine folks. So still a good day in my book. I was green. Green is good, whether it's $1 or whether it's $100. Green is good. How did I learn how to do that? AmericanDreamTrading.com. I listened to Coach live free for literally, I don't remember the exact days, but it was extremely short. It was maybe 2 days, 3 days max. I actually listened to him on YouTube on a recommendation of another member of American Dream Trading, who's a friend of mine. Uh, just kind of in a casual conversation. Uh, Good for you. Got a plus. Says still in the trade. Um, anyway, I listened to Coach live on YouTube for 2, 3 days max, and I like this guy's style. I like how he teaches. I like just the way that he explains things. I could understand it. I figure if I can understand, anybody can. I like his personality. The guy's nuts. If you haven't listened to him, the guy's complete nuts. No, he's not. No, but he's got a great heart. He truly cares about his members. He, matter of fact, he probably loses tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a day, because he's not actually trading most of the time. Today he actually did trade some. I was glad to see that. But most of the time he's so involved in teaching us that he's like he would have been in here to say talking about. Matter of fact, he did. I pointed this out. He did talk about this trade a little bit while it was happening among the other 20 that were going on at the same time. That's why he doesn't trade his real account either, because he's teaching and he's pointing things out. And we have 500 to 700 members that can open their mic at any time and ask him a question, and they do. And he'll, whatever that question is, he'll answer. It's obviously he can't be looking at two different charts and trading his own investment account at the same time. Same way I'm not trading. This is a paper trade account. It's not a real, because I'm not about to risk my family's bank account while I'm talking and being distracted and reading all this stuff. So that's what impressed me about him. Um, and I've never looked back since. It'll be another week, 2 weeks max, I think. It'll be 2 full years that I've been a paid member of American Dream Trading. Haven't looked back. Best decision I ever made. Has it been easy? No. Have I lost a lot of money? Yep, time to time. I lost $8,000 at one trade one time. Never forget that. Never made that mistake again. I broke the rule. I broke like two rules, coach's rules. And then I got hopium, and then hopium set in, and I kept moving my stop down, hoping it was going to jump back up the next way. Next thing I know, I'm down 1,000. I'm like, well, let me wait. Maybe it'll come back. Well, guess what? In a short, I mean, literally a short period of time, I lost $8,000 one trade. Tell me that didn't mess with my eyes. Curl up in a ball on the couch for about 3 days after I did that. And I broke another one of Coach's rules when I did that. He gives you 5 minutes to curl up in the fetal position and get over your woes and me and shake it off and move on. Because one trade is one trade. Don't let your whole life be defined of one bad mistake, right? Anymore did you want to be defined by one bad thing you did in your life, right? That isn't who you are. So, but that's how you learn. Unfortunately, by breaking the rules, lessons have to be painful. That's what Coach tries to save us from ourselves. And it's also, I know, probably one of the most frustrating for him as a coach is trying to tell people something and they don't listen because we all think we know better. Like telling that toddler, "Don't touch the stove. Don't touch the stove. It's hot. You're gonna burn your hand." And what toddler has not reached up to touch a stove and burn? Is there a kid alive in the world that's never touched a hot stove? I don't think so. I know both of my kids did, and all of our friends' kids did. So, us at American Dream Trading, we got to touch the hot stove once in a while, learn the lesson our way. So, I've lost 8,000, and my personal biggest trade, single trade, was I made 12,000 on one trade. Am I saying that to brag? No. I mean, we've had members in here make over $1 million in one day. Last week we had two that actually said what they made. One made 30,000, one made 80,000 on one trade. Matter of hours. Now they have larger bank accounts than I do, right? Could I make that much money on my account that I have? No, I don't have that large of an account. But that's neither here nor there. If I'd entered the trade the same time they did and exited it the exact same time that they did, I'd have made the same amount of percentage on my money, right? Percentages that you make aren't any different, just the size of your bank account. So, anyway, you know, we learn to trade. We learn what to do here. Follow coach's rules. Save yourself a lot of pain. And I've already got a troll over there on live on YouTube, which happened to be my father. Hey, father, thanks for joining us. I kept teasing him. Hey, see me on YouTube yet? Nope. I signed him up for American Dream Trading's thing.
I was just about to tell you. I saw that.
Yeah.
And you smiling, but then I saw the
No.
last name. I said, I said to myself, that's somebody in Mark's family.
Yeah, it is my father. Thanks for coming. And no, I don't smile. I'm a baby boomer. Baby boomers don't smile. Get off my lawn. But no, I know everybody's always telling me, "What are you mad about?" I'm mad about nothing. It's the way I look, the way I am. So follow coach's rules. Save yourself the pain. That way you don't have to actually put your hand on the stove and find out it's hot. You don't want to do that. So, all right, what questions you guys got? Any? Yes, that is my father on YouTube live chat telling me to smile. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not a smiler. What else? Anyway, if you haven't already, um, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Sign up for the free Discord, kick the tires, see what we got in there. There's discounts even in there for the Trading View. There's discounts in there for a Tesla. Believe it or not, Coach has a Tesla. He can offer you a discount on a Tesla, of all things. Doesn't sound like it fits, right? Well, it kind of does because we trade the crap out of Tesla every day. All right. Members make money on Tesla every single day. It's a fun stock to trade. Highly volatile, but so by using these indicators, it doesn't tell you when to get out, but it does tell you when to get in. And the trading we provide you helps you maximize all these things so that you can grow your own account. How did I grow mine? 5, 10, 15, $20 at a time. You do that enough times a day, every day, well, eventually you can trade more contracts. Instead of being able to only trade one contract, now you can trade two. So instead of making 10, now you make 20. Instead of making 20, now you make 40, right? And then your account grows a little bit more day by day over time. Are you going to have red days where you lose money? Yeah, of course. That's world's greatest trader loses money, right? There's no guarantees in this business. All you can do is follow the rules and try to minimize those type of losses. Um, just like right here. Here's a perfect indication right here. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the Russell 2000, right? What do we see here? A big yellow line I just slapped on there. What is that? That's a double top, right? What do we know about double tops? Depending on how long it takes to come back and hit it, this may very well bounce off and reject and reverse course. But I'm going to be waiting to see, right? I'm not going to go one way or the other. I'm not going to go if I'm not in this trade already. I'm going to wait. It's going to do one of two things. It's either going to test this again. So you tested over here and it didn't go up any higher. We're having a repeat. Came down. Now it's retesting it. So this is now a double top. So a lot of the times when it first retests, it will reject and pull away. I mean, there's no sure thing, but statistically, okay, I'm not telling you to go short on this. So what you have to do is you have to wait and see what you want to do, right? So I may go as far as to buy the sell, in other words, to short it without actually entering the trade. I may just preload it, which is dangerous in itself. You don't pay attention. I'm going to wait and see what this is going to do. Is this going to break through or is this going to reject and pull back down? If this bounces off and goes down, then I know I can go short on it. Now, if I see it break through, if it breaks and holds, again, you can't get too excited. You want to see it actually break and hold above this line, right? The line don't have to be that thick either. Um, I want to see actually a confirmation of a break and hold above this. How do I know that, Ralph? I learned that where? AmericanDreamTrading.com. But I am biased a little bit that it's going to reject and come back down, pull back a little bit. But if it's not, if this breaks and holds above there, then odds are there's a better odds it's going to go up. So wait and see. All right, it's testing it. It's trying to break through, right? It might. But you still got to wait. Even if it breaks through here, you want to make sure that it breaks and holds, that you have a confirmation that's going to hold it. See, it kind of broke through a little bit, but it didn't. So again, I'm still waiting. I'm being patient. If I'm not already in this trade, this is no time to enter it. You want to wait and see what's going to happen. Again, it's trying to test it, right? This is where patience pays. Like Warren Buffett says, stock market takes from the impatient and gives it to the patient. Can I buy right now? If I do, what happens? Look at that. I'm going to still wait. I'm on a 2 minute here. I got a few seconds. I want to wait. Now, am I losing money? Yeah, I could have scalped that for a few bucks. All right. So now the next candle formed. So it broke through. Do I want to enter here? Let me wait and see if it gets a 50% pullback. Look at that. That big candle. You got to watch for that too. A big, like a 50% pullback, half candle rule is what coach calls it, right? Now I could buy it just a little bit less money. All right. So if I wanted to, I can enter this trade, which I just did. All right. Just to show you. Again, this is not my real count. I'm not trading my real count, but I do have a stop loss here. See that? Every trade I enter, oh, I bought that on a limit. What did I do that for? Let me cancel that order. I always buy on market just so I get it every time. That was a little mechanical error. All right, so here again, I'm going to jump in here. I forgot my stop. I didn't set it. Unclick my button. So now I'm going to set my stop loss there. So if this pulls back, I can't lose any more money than what is below this line here. I'm going to keep it a little bit lower just in case it does pull back and wants to go the other way. So right now, here's my entry point here, right? I'm about break even. I only bought one contract. Doesn't matter how many contracts I bought, right? This is fake money anyway. It's more just to show you that you never enter a trade without a stop loss. So once this gets up here and I start getting even more green, I'm looking, my next point, I don't see here, I don't have any more lines on my chart right here. So where am I going to look at? I'm going to look through right here on this coach's indicator right here. This is a regression channel. That'll be a point of resistance right here. And I'll draw a little line on there just so you can see where I'm talking. All right, right there. I'm going to watch that area right there to see if that bounces that area, if it breaks through or not. Okay. But right now I'm in the money. I'm making money on this trade. Right. So I can use my stop loss once I gain enough. I am going to wait till at least it gets up to here before I even think about moving my stop. Now I'm in the money. I could, if I really want to, I'm scalping this. So that means I'm just in this trade personally because I didn't use the 2-minute EWO strategy. I'm in a scalp mode, which means I'm going to take whatever this trade's going to give me, right? If it continues to climb up, I'm going to allow it. So I'm going to tighten up my stop just a little bit, just kind of protect my downside in case this decides to pull back. I'm going to stay out. In this case, I should stay here below this line because that's where it broke through. But I'm going to see if this don't break through here, it might consolidate a little bit. Okay. But I don't have any lines drawn on here, so I got to watch. Keep my eyeball on it. And if I go over here to, oh my God. All right. So I have an L2 also that I'm watching, which you don't see on my screen here. I got it on my other screen. So I'm kind of looking at both. Again, I'm waiting for this to break up through here. Here goes these wick on the bottom. That tells you that's a buyer's. There's buyers pushing the price up. It's bouncing around, but there are buyers coming in here. Now the sellers are trying to fight it. That's why you got this forming. So what you call a doji. See that? It's going back and forth between buyers and sellers. They're fighting over the price. It's still a seller's or buyer's candle though, because it's got a long wick on the bottom. Look at that. I want to see it come. If it comes up here and breaks through that, I'll get real excited. But I'm making money as we speak right here in front of you. Okay. Making real fake money. So if I really wanted to, and I'll show you why you shouldn't, so I'll do it here. I'm going to slide my stop up. Now, no matter what happens, I'm guaranteed to take money out of this trade. Why you shouldn't do that, you'll see what happens. If this candle pulls back real quick, it'll stop me out real too soon, right? So you just want at least want to get it above lock guarantee your minimum profit. Look at that thing climb. What did I tell you about this line here? If it broke through. Now it's moved up a little bit, but I really want to see it get up here. See how that adjusts? Look, now I can start locking in profits. I'm guaranteed a green trade. If I don't move this again, I'm taking money home. You watch. If this, I'm going to slide as soon as this breaks through a little bit more. I'm going to slide my stop up. Now what I'm doing, instead of guaranteeing me only lose X amount of dollars, now I'm guaranteeing that I am taking money home with me. So this helps protect the profits I made. So if this pulls back, it'll, let's just say this totally reverses and goes the opposite way. It just dumps. Well, this locks in my profit. So right now I'm sliding this up more than I normally would. All right. I just want to show you how this works. If this pulls back and hits where this line's at, it'll lock in my profit. Look at that thing take off. Now I'm getting excited. Again, I'm scalping. I'm in scalp mode. I'm here to get whatever I can get, take my ball and go home. The part of the art is how far fast do you move up your stop. I'm going to keep it right up here at the top of this regression channel for right now. Should I give it more room? Probably, but I'm going after all I can get out of this. If I really wanted to, I could slide the sucker clear up there, but it may stop me off and keep going. So I want to give it a little bit of breathing room. These candles, you can see how they teeter to breathe up and down, up and down. I'm watching my L2 a little bit. I'm watching the seller sell off, which means the price is still going to go up. Yep, look at that. How did I learn how to use the L2? I learned that through coaches training also. And the price is still gonna, it's starting. There it goes. There it goes. Look at the money. Are you not excited? Are you not entertained? Do you see how easy that was? I make it look easy, but it's not. It's not that easy. I mean, it's part of your education and trading. It takes time to learn how to do this, right? Every trade I do green? No, of course not. Do I lose money every day out of trade? Yes. Do I have red days where I'm totally red? Now watch. See, this is pulling back. Let's see. Now, one of the things we got here, after you get generally, this, what if I switch this to a, since I'm, and here's the other mistake I'm making. Just now realized it. See my stop, it stopped me out. The big mistake I made, and I don't know why Vinny didn't tell me about it, Vinny, as I was scalping on a 2-minute chart instead of a one. I like to scalp on a 1 minute, um, just because it's more reactive. Okay. But you see what happened? I'm out of this trade now because this pulled back. See the downward indicator there? This pulled back and it locked in my profit. So whatever that money was, which I don't care. Right. The thing of it is, I slid my stop up above my entry point. Right. And I guaranteed that no matter how much that pulled back, I took all the profits. It was about right here, right? Now look at it. If I hadn't stopped it, I'd just now look how fast that's dropping. I would have lost all that money down here so far. So by using your stop as you slide it up, as you get into the good profit margins, you slide it up, and then if it happens to pull back all of a sudden, boom, it gets you out of the trade. And I'm guaranteed green. I took all that money home. Look at that. Is that not amazing? Where did I learn to do that at, Vinny? Over there on YouTube Live or TikTok? Where you at? You're on TikTok. Where did I learn to do that at, Ralph, on YouTube Live? Vinny, where did I learn to do that? Vinny just said he made $180 on that trade. Good job, Vinny. Where did you learn to do that at, Vinny? I'll tell you. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Head over there now. Get in our free Discord. Doesn't cost you a dime. No strings attached. Kick the tires, look around, interact with other members in there for free. Look at that. So I locked in my price. Right now it's consolidating. I felt great. That was a great trade, right? Now, the better trade would have been if it had been in a 2-minute EWO. Let's go back and look at this at hindsight. Again, I'm talking. This is why I don't trade my real account. Right here was your entry point, okay? On a 2-minute EWO, this was my entry. I got in here whenever the second one. So if I'd have got in here like I should have, based on Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy that he developed over a 30-year period and knows it works. We've had other members that didn't trust that it worked. We have David, very analytical guy. Matter of fact, that's what he did for his day job before he retired. He proved it. He did 100 trades, and then he come, hey, coach, I've been testing your theory, your strategy, whether you do it or not. Basically, to disprove it didn't work, kind of. That ain't what he said, but he gave coach his results, and he was amazed. It's one thing to have a guy that develops something tells you it works. It's a different thing to have somebody that doesn't have a vested interest in it to tell you it works. Does that not help reaffirm your belief, right? David went to all that trouble. Now David's done thousands and thousands of trades with it. Does it every day. That's how he makes his living. David's made over 300 grand in the last less than 2 years, right? And he's done thousands of trades, and he documents them all. He's got that. He's I don't know. He's not really officially an engineer. Maybe he is, but he's got that engineering mindset. He documents everything, and that helps everybody. I mean, that's got to boost coaches, you know, morale, knowing that something he already knew worked, that other people have backed up them claims, right? That it works. I've showed you guys every day. I show you how this works, right there. There's my entry point right here, right? This is where you got. This is where I didn't even have to think about it. This is where it told me to get in, right there. All this is pure profit all the way up to there, right? Now it didn't tell me where to get out, but I could see technically it tells me I still should be in this trade. Now, why wouldn't I be? What time of the day is it now? It's you got 8 minutes till the market opens. What usually happens at the end of the day? People start taking their profits and close out their trades, right? So, um, or it drops so much that people buy it because it's on sale and they hold it for the next day. So, okay, so that's how that works, folks. It's not. It's part of your membership. You get this included. Tell me you can't make money with this once you learn how to use it. What it's telling you. Okay. Results not guaranteed, right? Give you the standard disclaimer. There's a lot that goes into it. Okay. Same thing. Here's let's go look at this one. Slide this over. Here's where you got in at. Told you to get in right there. This is on the S&P 500. Here's your entry point. Here's your it's still climbing now. It's pulling back now. Right here, you got out. That's all profit from there to there. Draw the line, right? What else we got? Well, here's gold, right? This kind of petered out a little bit here, right? But following coach's rules, you could have stayed in. Here's your entry point on gold. It's still up, right? Here's a euro. I love trading a euro, right? Here's an EWO here. Let's just pick one at random. There's one. Off a little bit. We got in there, rode that up pure profit. I'd have got out once it pulled down in this area. What else we got? We got the Qs, right? The NASDAQ 100. Where's it telling me to get in on this last EW? Oh, right there. Next bar. I'm off one bar there. Right there. Boom. That's my entry point. I didn't have to think about it. The next bar was larger than first. It tells that's the criteria for entry. All you got to do is decide when to get out, when to take your profit or cut your losses, right? Here's my entry point right here. Okay. But that's all gain. That's all profit. That's all money in your pocket. What more? How much more convincing do you need that what we teach here at American Dream Trading just plain works? How do you join? Well, first step is to go get our free Discord, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Go get our free Discord, sign up, get in and ask questions. You can interact with other paid members that's in our group. They'll answer your question.
So
Okay.
Mark,
Yes, Ralph, ask your question. Yes, Ralph.
that's to the south want to know what is the EWO indicator on YouTube.
The EWO indicator is what you see here. It's a coach's trading strategy. It's a 2-minute EWO. It, I don't know how it does all the math. Of course, obviously, it's a mathematical indicator, right? I ain't that bright. I can't explain how the math and everything involved computes everything, right? I wasn't involved in the program, nor could I program, but we have a lot of bright people that work with Coach to get this developed and tell you when to get in, right? So this is it right here is a visual representation of all the computations, okay? In addition, you match that up with our EMA and MA lines, which are standard indicator lines. We also have this cloud indicator, which is another visual, right? You want to see a gap in between here, right? And watch for crossover points, which tells you it's going to go maybe green to red or red to green. And then you do your own charting on top of that, drawing in your historical lines like you see on my chart here, right? If I put this on a 4-hour chart, you'll see how many lines I got on my chart, right? Look at all them lines. Those are all historical lines where this thing hits, right? So you combine all this stuff together, and I put all those lines on there, right? So I know as it approaches it, these are all decision points. Do I stay in? Do I get out? Do I wait until it gets there, right? So there is an art and a science to this all. The science part is in these here, right? The science is in this 2-minute EWO strategy, right? Science being math, right? There's math involved. We don't have to do any math. It does it all for us, right? Math adjusts everything on this chart, okay? Where the skill comes in is knowing what all this means and when to get in and out of a trade. Well, the getting in part, you don't need math or science for that. This is very simple criteria. Whenever the next bar is larger than the first when it changes colors, that's where you get in at. Now, that's the easy part. The hard part is knowing when to exit out of a trade. When do I take my profit, or if it turns against me, when do I cut my losses? All right. So we teach you how to do all that, folks. I told you how much I made today, right? Going up and down, using these in the same exact indicators we've been showing you for the last 2 hours live for free. It's a free service we provide to you. If you're not entertained, if you're not even a little bit of curiosity, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you, right? I can't make you go click on www.americandreamtrading.com, right? That's up to you to do that. But we do have membership levels available for everybody. Again, I'm partial to the futures. This is what I'm teaching, right? Now, I actually have memberships in every membership level that's available. So anyway, now I paid for all my memberships initially, every one of them, but being a moderator, Coach does provide the cost of a membership as part of my job doing moderation. It's neither here nor there. If I'm no longer a moderator, I'm still going to pay for them. That's how much I believe in it. I know I believe in it because I've been doing it for 2 years. It works, simply works. But anyway, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. I appreciate everybody being here. We are here every day, Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Futures members, we actually start our training. There's a minimum of 20 hours of live training. With them, we were already trading and training 2 hours before we went live with our paid members. They have access to an open mic that they can ask questions. They can type also in a Zoom chat. So we do this all live, all full interaction. So I appreciate everybody being here. If you got questions, write them down. You can ask them tomorrow during our next live session. Even better would be to go get our free Discord. You can ask questions all night long. You can ask questions there at 3 a.m. in the morning. Test us out. I'd assure you somebody's going to answer that at 3 a.m. Don't believe me? Try it. Nothing else. Put me to the test. Go in there and ask a question at 3 a.m. Eastern time. See if somebody doesn't answer your question. I would bet on it that somebody will. That's what kind of community we have, right? People come for the education, but they stay for the community. So anyway, we will see you all tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't hesitate. Get in there. Take care of those uh, special Christmas offerings that we have. Um, and we will see you tomorrow. See ya.